Hey guys, HMK here. So the time is finally upon us. We have a point in the Zelda chronology in which Breath of the Wild takes place. Man, this was heavily debated for years, but now the debate comes to a close in which the word of God finally slams down in the form of story elements in Breath of the Wild. If you want to find out for yourself, please click off the video. For those licking their teeth at the moment they've been waiting for, I got you. Now, the particular reveal of the timeline placement of Breath of the Wild is both blatant and a little ambiguous as well, and I'll explain, but man, this adds so much lore to the future of Zelda. First, let's tackle what timeline this game takes place in: the Unified, the Child, the Adult, the Downfall, a new timeline, or timeline reunion. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Breath of the Wild takes place in the Child timeline. Now, I can already feel the vindication and the disappointment from all the fans over, but where's the proof? It's right here in the very first recovered memory cutscene, where Zelda is christening Link as her royal guard and the knight chosen by the Master Sword. During the ceremony, she recants legends of the hero that was accompanied by the sword in 3 important games.
And have proven yourself worthy of the blessings of the goddess Hylia. Whether skyward bound, adrift in time, or steeped in the glowing embers of twilight, the sacred blade is forever bound to the soul of the hero.
And there it is. These legends are Skyward Sword, Ocarina of Time, and Twilight Princess. In order for Twilight Princess to be recanted in this game, it will have to take place in the Child timeline. There's no arguing it, folks. Now, where in the Child timeline? That's the ambiguous part. But from what you can gather from the story, it takes place more than 10,000 years after the events of Twilight Princess, and an extension for Swords Adventures. So Breath of the Wild will be the last game in the Child timeline. But why is that? Why more than 10,000 years? Well, in the game's events, you found out from multiple legends and sources that 10,000 years before the game's events, Hyrule was at its peak of technological advances, and with that came the Guardians, the Towers, the Divine Beasts, and more. Hyrule was so advanced, it stood with no threat from monsters or demons. However, a premonition of the Calamity Ganon was foretold, so the Guardians and Divine Beasts were built in order to protect the hero and the princess at the time to aid them in dispatching Ganon, which proved successful. However, many other story details that I won't spoil to you link to why such technology was forgotten and then rediscovered closer to the game's events when another premonition of Ganon arose, and Hyrule felt the need to use Guardians and the Divine Beasts once again against Ganon. However, we know how that song and dance ended up. So it looks like that sometime after the events of Four Swords Adventures, Hyrule started this path of advancing technology, and then 10,000 plus years later, Breath of the Wild occurs. And boom, there it is, the timeline placement for Breath of the Wild. But how did Ganon come back from being sealed inside the Four Sword, you say? Well, there's actually an explanation for that, which I'll tackle in another video. So guys, what do you think about this video, and what do you think about the timeline placement of Breath of the Wild? I know a lot of you guys are going to be mad at it, but you can't really argue what's in the game. So guys, let me know your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to HMK for more. Like, share, and favorite as well. So guys, until the next Zelda video, I've been HMK, and I'll check you guys later.